Greetings. In this session, we will examine how we can set up the grade center so that it shows the cells with a specific percentage in a different color. In order to do this, we would need to access the grading color codes option from the Manage menu. And you may wonder why we would want to do this. In my experience, it is helpful to visually identify students who are currently failing, who may be at risk, and sometimes even those who are excelling in the course. Once we have selected the option for color code, we will come to this dialog. First thing we want to do is make sure that we check this box so that we enable grading color codes. So looking at the ranges that we can set up, we can specify the criteria, and then we can identify what background color and what foreground color. You can also have multiple criteria, and we will look at that shortly in Blackboard. Once the criteria have been set up in the grade center, this is how they will be displayed. So for example, we set the criteria here to be less than 75%. So both these scores are less than 75%, so they are highlighted, whereas the others are not. So let's go to Blackboard and see how this is done. So back in the Sea Turtles course, full grade center, go to Manage and find grading color codes. Now here, as we mentioned earlier, first thing I want to do is enable this. And then we're going to go down here and add the criteria. So the first criterion I'm going to add is if it is less than, and I'm going to put in 61%. And if it's less than 61%, the student is failing. So I want it to be in red with white text. The next criterion is students who may be at risk. And this would be students who are between. And so if any student is between 61% and 75%, I would want that student's grade to be displayed with a blue background and black text. Keep in mind that if a student's score is 75%, that grade will not be highlighted using this color scheme. The lower number, on the other hand, will be included. So 61% is included in the range, whereas the upper number is not. Then let's add the final criteria, which is more than or equal to. So if there is a student earns more than 95%, I may want it to be in green, the text to remain black. So now that we have set this up, we have checked this, let's go ahead and click Submit. And as you can see in my colorful gradebook here, the scores which have less than 61% are highlighted in red. The ones with less than 75% are highlighted in blue. And the ones that are over 95% are showing up in green.